Welcome to our Wonderland, where nonsensical imagination knows no bounds. Come along as we tumble down the rabbit hole into a realm of pure whimsy, where we're all delightfully mad and everything becomes curiouser and curiouser. In this episode, we're hosting an Alice in Wonderland-themed tea party for our most charming guests, complete with whimsical tea time recipes and DIY decor. We'll show you how to create your very own mad tea party and inspire you to celebrate your unbirthday. We are Lindsay and Jonas, but in this enchanted realm, you may call us Alice and the Mad Hatter. Join us and don't forget to subscribe to It's a Charming Life for more delightful tea party ideas. And now the only question is, would you like an adventure, or shall we have tea first?
For every tea party, you need a perfect decor to set the stage for your whimsical adventure. In our Mad Tea Party, we're inspired by the quirky characters and enchanting world of Wonderland that Lewis Carroll so brilliantly imagined in his classic books. We embarked on a treasure hunt for vintage second-hand props that capture that magical atmosphere. And here are some delightful ideas to spark your creativity. Old books, tiny glass bottles, rabbit figurines, mushrooms and moss, antique pocket watches and clocks, brass skeleton keys, deck of playing cards, black and white chess sets, top hats and hat boxes, mismatched teapots and teacups. The quirkier, the better. And roses, and if white, why not paint them red? You might be surprised. You may already have some of these treasures hidden away at home. Think of a Wonderland palette, black and whites with pops of bold reds set against soft spring hues, like baby blue, mossy green and wildflower pastels. And if you ever feel lost in this fantastical journey, just remember, if you don't know where you are going, any road can take you there. Let's show you how we created all these props and centerpieces with a few fun DIYs for a mad tea party. Sure, you can find pre-made downloadable signs on Etsy, but we think it's so much more fun to make them yourself. Take these little drink me bottles. They didn't just magically appear, although it would be very fun if they did. I have a little secret. I learned so many of the skills for this tea party thanks to Craftsy, which by the way is the lovely sponsor of today's video. Craftsy is a cozy online resource for all things creative, filled with classes on art, baking, sewing, quilting and more. Whether you are creating a whimsical world like this, or just looking for a few skills to fall in love with, there's something waiting for you. I recently took a watercolor class by Mia Whittemore. Painting with watercolors has never felt more magical. Learning her blending and staining techniques has made these decorations feel straight out of a storybook. I've also been diving into pastry making, learning new skills to bring my creative baking ideas to life. Because what's a tea party without a few delightful treats? And the best part, Craftsy's expert instructors make learning so easy and fun, with step-by-step lessons and insider tips. Want to join the creative community? The first 1,000 of you to click the link in my description will get a full year of Craftsy Premium for only $1.49. Yes, you heard that right. So if you have ever wanted to try something new, whether it is watercolor painting, cake decorating, or even sewing your own whimsical attire, Craftsy is the place to start. Now then, let's finish our drink me bottles with a splash of watercolor to create vibrant, whimsical hues. Of course, you can use food coloring to keep things safe, but we lovingly reminded our guests that these bottles are for display only. After all, we wouldn't want anyone shrinking at our mad tea party, would we? Remember, as Alice said, I give myself very good advice, but I very seldom follow it. Next, let's assemble our teapot centerpieces for this unbirthday celebration. But whatever you do, be gentle with that china! I'm using floral foam to secure different suites of cards, ensuring the Queen of Hearts gets the attention she so demands, or else it's off with our head. Off it goes with a big pop. Add some moss, faux flowers and leaves to give each piece an enchanted touch, as if it's been buried and hidden in the woods of Wonderland for ages. I continue by decorating sets of teacups with tiny props, like old keys, pocket watches and playing cards, arranged in a delightfully nonsensical fashion. Here you can be as mad as a hatter, pulling a trick or two from your sleeve or hat. Let your imagination run wild, and if you ever wonder, have I gone mad? I'm afraid so, but let me tell you, the best people usually are, pointing at myself. Once our table is filled with these topsy-turvy tea centerpieces, the decor comes together like a scene from a dream. Now it's time to take up my magic acrylic marker pen and inscribe some classic Wonderland quotes that seems to pop off right off the pages. This glass box feels perfect for an Eat Me display, with a few small chocolates tucked inside. A few small chocolates minus one that I just ate. To truly immerse your guests into the world of Wonderland, it's fun to get creative with where and how you incorporate its most iconic quotes. This mirror felt perfect for the classic expression of curiouser and curiouser. And I had the most odd feeling while working on this, that I felt watched. It was curious indeed. Here are some more playful quotes from Wonderland that you can use for your tea party. Through the looking glass. Mad tea party. We're all mad here. Down the rabbit hole. This way, that way. And perhaps my favorite, it's always tea time. Oh my, just look at all the delightful madness we created in time for tea. Every clock should forever be set to tea time, don't you think? And the Cheshire Cat's grin cunningly agrees. No Mad Tea Party is complete without a tasty spread of treats fit for a Queen of Wonderland. And as we prepare our tea time treats, I remind myself that I have often believed as many as 6 impossible things before breakfast. Now let's make that 7 and make the impossible delicious. The first treat is perhaps my very favorite, the Mad Hatter Macaroons. Light and coconutty, just like a hat maker, topped with a chocolate swirl. The second treat is the Alice's tea sandwiches, buttery croissants filled with a delicious chicken and cranberry spread, because even a curious adventure calls for something savory. But don't forget the cucumber. The third treat, and perhaps the most royal one of them all, Queen of Hearts Lindsay cookies. Classic cookies with a heart-shaped window revealing a sweet strawberry jam filling. The Queen would certainly approve. So dear friends, we have finally come to the moment when we can congratulate ourselves with endless teas of cups or cup of teas and all these treats.
Let's not be late for a very important date. As we await our guests, it's time to don our tea party attire and fully become Alice and the Mad Hatter. After all, what's a Wonderland gathering without a bit of transformation? It's time to step through the looking glass. Oh my, isn't it a golden afternoon in Wonderland? Our topsy-turvy centerpieces look delightful against a black and white diamond table runner, setting the stage for whimsy. Mismatched teacups, twinkling silverware, and a teetering three-tiered tea stand stacked with charming china complete the scene, an invitation to a world where nothing is quite as it seems. Just a few final touches and our Wonderland tea party springs to life. The table is set, the tea is brewed, and our guests arrive ready to celebrate an unbirthday together. And that is precisely why we're gathered here to cheer. Thank you for joining us in Wonderland. We hope you feel inspired to create your own whimsical tea party. Hosting this dreamy unbirthday celebration was an absolute delight and will forever be a cherished memory. This was all especially inspired by our sweet twin nieces who just recently turned 1 in Wonderland. They constantly inspire us to stay curious, delight in a little nonsense, and embrace our wonderfully unique selves. Much like Wonderland, life can feel a little bonkers, always unfolding in new and unexpected ways. After all, as Alice said, I can't go back to yesterday because I was a different person then. But isn't that what makes it all so wonderfully charming?